let's get back into the playoffs here. The Broncos were officially eliminated from the playoffs after losing to the Chiefs last night. Denver becomes the first team since the 2011 Ravens to fail to reach the postseason the year after winning the Super Bowl. Stephen A., do the Broncos get a pass for this?
No, they do not. They don't get a pass for a couple of reasons. Albeit a bevy of injuries have taken place with them, or at least a few. A key one is C.J. Anderson, their running back. The fact of the matter is that you lose Malik Jackson and Danny Trevathan, cap reasons, etc. Peyton Manning retires but was relatively nudged out the door. You don't have a backup because you assumed that you would lock in Brock Osweiler, even though Max is absolutely right when he talks about what Elway had designated for Brock Osweiler. The reality is that, you know what, he wasn't prepared to lose Osweiler. He thought he would be there. So all of these things coupled with the fact that you have a coach who I believe benefited off of nepotism. There was nothing in Kubiak's career that suggested he deserved to be the head coach of a talent-laden squad like the Denver Broncos, who were clearly en route to a Super Bowl title because they were Super Bowl contenders. When you look at it from that perspective, there's no way that there's no accountability on the part of Elway. There's no way that there's no accountability on behalf of Elway and Kubiak more so than anything else. I'm not blaming Trevor Siemian. He's good, not great. I'm looking at the wide receivers that they have, along with C.J. Anderson. He gets hurt. It's not his fault. The defense with Trevathan and Malik Jackson gone, it was going to be some growing pains. So it's not totally their fault. What we consistently have here is an executive who made calculations that were a bit off, and we have a coach who I believe is decent, but nothing that warranted him getting the job that he got in Denver. He got it because of nepotism. He got it because of his friendship with Elway. And so certainly he deserves culpability since he got so much shine when they won last year.
This is the question I ask myself when you say, does a team get a pass? Before the events occurred, as a fan of that team, would you sign up for it? So ask yourself this. Would you sign up for this 3 years ago? All right, you're going to make it to a Super Bowl, then you're not, then you're going to make it and win, and then you're not going to make the playoffs. Do you sign up for that or not? Every fan, with the exception of Patriots fans, might not sign up for that, and maybe Seahawks fans wouldn't sign up for it. Maybe. Every fan of every other franchise, every other team says, yup, give me that. Especially when you look at the future going forward. I suppose there's no future going backward, but when you look at the future and think to yourself, is the franchise in good shape? I think the franchise is in good shape. They made it to 2 Super Bowls, and now it will be 4 years and won one. I don't think in retrospect you can say, well, now let's get greedy and want more and more and more. Of course, you always want it to be optimal. It's less than optimal. It's damn good.
Because you've made that argument on several occasions, and it's fine. My question to you would be this. Did they have to be in this situation?
Well, actually, yes. This is something that look, again, optimally, they would have drafted Dak Prescott, right? They would have had a better offensive line this year. So you could say that anything could be better. Michael Jordan, if he'd have been a better three-point shooter, would have been an even better player. You can always improve on the best or make some situation ideal. But I think given the quarterbacks who were realistically available, every team missed on Prescott, except for the Dallas Cowboys later in the draft. Given what was available at quarterback, they followed a responsible path.
Wait a minute. It's not about that, though. You're not being paid and you're not being recognized as being elite because you follow a responsible path. You're being paid that because you see things others don't see, that you have the genius in you to have that level of foresight. So what I'm saying to you, when you talk to me, now if you're saying number 1, number 2 overall pick, and it's a Paxton Lynch or somebody, sure, you might have an argument there because nobody was talking about taking Dak Prescott number 1 or 2. But when you would give us Paxton Lynch.
Here's the thing.
You missed on that.
Okay.
Hold on, wait a minute. But
we don't know yet.
Osweiler thing. I'm saying the Osweiler thing. The Osweiler, yes, granted, you didn't give him the money. But, again, you scoured the league. You know what's going on. And, more importantly, you're supposed to know whether the guy would take it or not.
Real quick, Belichick and the Patriots know what they're doing?
Yeah.
They chose Brissett over Dak Prescott.
Okay.
So unless you think Dallas is the best franchise, which I don't,
right,
they got a little lucky.
Bad example. And the reason why that's a bad example is because you're thinking about Tom Brady being around for a long time. Everybody knew Peyton Manning was out the door. He had retired, and you were starting anew. It was wide open. If you're starting wide open, you don't take Jacoby Brissett.
You always take the best player on the board.
Not necessarily.
Take the best player.
Bill Belichick doesn't always do that.
Guys, I wish we had more time for that.